The last time I was here at Peltzer Winery in Temecula, California with my friend Steve Rodenbaugh, we both had the pleasure of meeting the owners. Now it's your turn. I'm Melissa Hull, and this is The Ripple Effect. Hi, and welcome to The Ripple Effect. I'm your host, Melissa Hull, and I am here with Carrie Peltzer, and we are at your winery, the Peltzer Winery in Temecula, California, underneath the stars tonight, and it is magical.
It is. It's turned out to be an amazing night.
It's beautiful. I've been here all day, and I've had so much fun just kind of getting to know you, your staff. But the one thing that I've noticed from the moment I've gotten here, there is this warmth that it just kind of exudes from every aspect, from the land. You know, the environment is just so welcoming. It feels like you're coming home, and this is my first time here, but I feel like I know everybody. It's so unique in that perspective. How did you create this environment?
You know, we tried so hard to be different. We tried so hard to create something that other people didn't have out here, and that people, I think, were longing for. After kind of developing our whole pumpkin farm, and we saw what people really wanted in family and tradition and all of that, we tried hard to come up with that in a winery atmosphere, you know, keeping it, you know, non-pretentious and real and all of that. And it's been a lot of fun. It's been a lot of fun creating it.
You know, today I was observing the staff, and I joked. I said, you know, it seems like you guys are just having fun and not really working. I know they're working,
right?
But there's so much just joy. Like, really, people here are happy. They're just genuinely happy, and they're excited to talk about the different aspects of your winery. There's a lot of tradition and history here.
There's a lot of tradition and history. We have given them, I mean, our staff and our pourers and they're all, we consider them our extended family. They've learned about our family, and they've lived it, and they talk it and they speak it every single day. And we've given them so much to talk about, whether it's, you know, the family tractors or what the building's made of, or the materials or the property or anything. We have so much, I think, to share with them that it's easy for them to come to work and to share that with our customers. And it's really working. This story, it's really working.
I would have to agree. I just, in the day that I've been here, it's really been something unique and special. I think wineries oftentimes can feel a little bit pretentious, you know, maybe a little intimidating for those who don't really know wine. But here you walk in and you're greeted with just a genuine smile and like a welcome, and they're just talking to you, and then before you know it, you know, people are enjoying your wine, and it's really what you've created is unique and special. But I wonder, where did that come from? Where did the vision for this kind of originate? You had mentioned a pumpkin farm, and how does a pumpkin farm turn into a winery?
We started our pumpkin farm here, and we had some kickback. You know, we came here from Orange County. We had some kickback because people didn't know anything besides grapes here, and they didn't know what to think. So we started our pumpkin farm in 2006, and we soon had everyone following us. I think they soon learned that this area yearned for something different than just grapes. You know, the people that live here, it's a small community, and, you know, they want to get out and they want to take their kids somewhere, and they yearn for tradition, and we really tried to bring that to our farm, and that really inspired us, I think, to go to the next level of what can we do next that's gonna you know, get these people to follow us and to learn about the family. And we decided to, after some friends and family kind of persuaded us into, I think, going into the farm, going into the winery, we decided, you know what, let's do this. And we tried hard, and we decided it was a good idea.
It seems like it's working out so well. I do know a little bit about the Peltzer family, and you have a long tradition of farming. And you even kind of incorporate that into the winery with the tractor in the middle of that gorgeous new tasting facility. You know, it's just really interesting how you've really woven the thread of family into this, winery, and people walk in and it's like they're kind of sharing a little bit of your family history with you, and I think it's really unique and special.
I think that was the easiest part. I mean, my husband is a fourth generation farmer. His parents and his grandparents and his great grandparents have been farming, and my kids are fifth generation farmers, and I think that's so important to get across to our customers. They love it. They eat it up, and it's so important to us to bring on this legacy here in Temecula. And it's a lot of fun. It's been a lot of fun to create what people, I think, are yearning for here.
Yeah, and you are very creative. You're also an interior designer. You have a background in interior design, and so what is your vision for the winery in the next 5 years?
The winery in the next 5 years, we got a lot on the plate. We're going to introduce a farm food element.
Oh wow!
That'll be it's going to be something a little bit different than anything that's out here, of course. And we're going to bring in some fun entertainment and bring on that whole level. And then we're really going to make full circle. We're going to have the pumpkin farm, the winery, and we're going to bring Christmas on the farm.
Oh,
which again, people will just, they'll eat it up. We're really super excited about what the potential is here for these for this amazing community.
It is an amazing community, but even people who are coming from, great distances, the great thing about the Peltzer Winery is you never feel like you're a stranger. You feel like you're part of this awesome family, and that's unique. I mean, honestly, it's been a really amazing day, and I wanted to just, thank you for this, because you've really created something so special. I will never forget today. It's just been one of those days that, it's kind of, I don't know, like hallmarked in my mind. Peltzer Winery is special to me, and I'm excited to share this with my audience. But I would like to know from you, with all this creativity and all the direction that you're moving in, what inspires you?
For the winery, I think the biggest thing that inspired us was the farm, and that needing to kind of go to the next level, and be our family. I mean, there's nothing like bringing your family in and creating this legacy and creating, continuing the legacy of farming and what comes next. Whatever it is, it's really come down to just the family, I think, continuing that legacy.
Yeah, and speaking of family, when we come back, we're going to get to meet the rest of your family. So please stay with us. We'll be back in a minute.
If you'd like more information on the Peltzer Winery, visit their website at peltzerwinery.com.
You have a mom and a dad that are very hands-on. Your mom seems to be kind of like the visionary, and your dad seems to be kind of the guy that just goes in there and finds a way to kind of make her visions come to life. Tell me, are you more like your mom or your dad? Are you a visionary or are you a creator?
I'm more of the hands-on guy. I'm always with my dad, helping him out, helping my mom. But I'm more towards my dad. I like to work outside more than inside, working on papers and stuff. I'd rather be outside.
Yeah. And what about you, Max?
I just like to help my mom, like when she's on her computer.
That's awesome. So, Carrie, having the boys be such an active part of the winery, that's got to make you as a mom have such an immense feeling of pride.
Definitely. I mean, that exudes success. I mean, success is when your kids want to be part of, what you've created here. I think it makes that is success, when they say, Mom, you know what? This is what I want to do. I want to carry on this legacy or this tradition.
I think it's really incredible. You have both children want to be a part of this, into their futures. I mean, that's really incredible. I think it's great that you want to become a winemaker. And what do you see yourself doing, Max? How do you see you want to do winemaking as well, or do you want to run the business? Are you going to be more of that corporate guy, the one that's out there making those deals and selling,
I might be the guy that's like the corporate dude.
Okay. Okay, so more of the business mind, and you'll be more of the creative director. That's really great. And so how do you guys resolve conflict now? Like, what happens in the future if you guys don't get along or you have a disagreement? How do you resolve it?
We'll call Mom.
You'll call Mom. Okay, that's a great idea. Mom will be the peacemaker.
Lovely.
Yeah, that's
Lovely.
great. So, I have a question. Out of all the things that your parents have given you, and it seems like they've really instilled a lot of really wonderful qualities, what is the one value that you think has really taught you the most?
Probably craftsmanship and being able to work hard and just be very respectful of all the people around you. Always say yes ma'am, yes sir. You just got to be respectful to everyone.
And Max, what about you?
Same thing, like being respectful, helping other people out.
Yeah. And you have such a long history and legacy of farming. Do you just, when you're with your grandparents, is that something that you think about? Do you think about what they've been able to kind of bring or, pass on, that whole legacy? And are you looking forward to passing that on to your children someday?
Yeah, whenever we visit them, we always see the pictures of what they used to do. We go out to the farm and Grandpa always tells us about what he used to do out there. He explains it to us. Yeah.
That's so great. Thank you so much for spending some time and sharing your thoughts with us. And when we come back, we're going to be joined by Charlie Sr. along with Carrie. So stay tuned. Welcome back. I'm Melissa Hall, and this is The Ripple Effect. I am here at the gorgeous Peltzer Winery in Temecula, California, and I'm joined by Charlie and Carrie Peltzer. So thank you for joining us. I have so many questions for you. I've been here all day, and there's so many cool things. There's a lot of cool stuff here, but there's a lot of stuff. And I hear that you're a collector, or is it a hoarder? It's debatable.
It's how you look at it. I like things that are made of metal, specifically tractors, trucks, farm equipment, pallets like the ones we're sitting on right now.
I know. Now, you actually made the table. Is that correct?
These are old shipping pallets, and then I just stacked them up and welded them together.
But you created this.
She wanted them a certain height, yeah, and then we sanded them and oiled them and cleaned them up, but they were actual old shipping pallets.
That is incredible. So what else have you made here at the winery that is a part of?
Probably the pinnacle piece was the entrance to the winery, the door, and all that whole framework. A friend of mine and I
that is incredible.
Built. Yeah.
Okay, so I've been here, like I said, most of the day, and there is this amazing tractor in the middle of the tasting room that I know has very special ties to your family.
Yes, it was my great-grandpa's tractor. He bought brand new in 1926 when he was farming where today Disneyland is. They had 20 acres there.
Oh, wow.
So that tractor was here in Southern California until about 1960, and my dad's cousin took it up north to Porterville where he was farming, and he started a tractor collection, and he restored it, and I just brought it back last year.
Well, it's beautiful. It really is. I actually sat on it earlier today, so I wanted to really take in the whole experience, and so I sat on your great-grandfather's tractor today, which was great. So, we opened the show talking to Carrie, and I asked her a lot of questions about what's next for the winery, and what is it that you see? What is your vision for the winery?
Just to keep expanding, and but we're not the biggest winery, we're not the smallest winery, but what we have, we want to keep it, quaint and perfect, and whatever we build next, we want to try to just keep that kind of on that same line, keep it perfect, and, make it, like you said earlier, where you feel like you're welcome and you walk in the door and it's warm and fuzzy.
Absolutely. It's inviting, it's welcoming, it feels like home. I mean, I don't know, I know that might sound a little cliche, but the truth is I feel like I've walked like into my family. Like, this is my home. I don't know how else to say it. It's really incredible that you guys have been able to take that, create this environment where people who've never been here before feel like this is where they need to come back. Like, they are rooted here now. So honestly, it's a very unique place. And honestly, I think you guys are going to do phenomenal. And when people start to, see this episode and see how amazing it is here in your family, you guys are a really awesome family. How great is it that your boys want to be a part of this in the future? I mean,
Yeah.
as a father, that's got to feel really incredible.
It is. It's good. It's a good feeling. I mean, farming. We literally are a micro farm on 25 acres. My cousins in the Central Valley, they farm thousands of acres, and even to have your foot on 25 acres in Southern California is still kind of a big mark.
Yeah.
And be able to just still kind of carry on and still have tractors, trucks, and old junk and things growing, and grapes and vegetables and fruit trees and dogs running around.
Yeah, no, your dogs are really something else. I have to say. So Stella and Max, they're sleeping now because they've got to be exhausted after the day that they've had. But how important is it to you to continue this legacy that your family started with farming? I mean, it is. It must feel really personal to you.
It is, and you got to think. My son goes to college to pursue farming, might get there and decide he wants to be an engineer, and you can't help that. And it's a dying breed, unfortunately, especially in Southern California. But
Yeah.
You can only just introduce them to it and embrace it with them, and hopefully they come back around and want to continue it.
Right. So people come here. What is the experience that you would like for them to have? I mean, I've been sharing my experience, but what is it that you want people to come here and really take away from having stepped foot on your winery?
Well, for the winery aspect, the quality of the wine, our staff, our team, the whole thing, like you said, that makes you feel so welcome, but also just the farm and the property. We want people to feel like they step back into yesteryear almost. The biggest compliment we get is people ask, well, what did you guys used to do with this barn? And we tell them, well, we just built it a year ago.
Yeah, actually,
Yeah.
You guys just opened this just a few months ago, correct?
Yeah.
Wow. You've got to be immensely kind of proud of yourselves. I mean, do you ever sit back and think to yourselves, we did it?
Sometimes, but it's like we're always thinking like future.
Ahead.
We're always thinking, okay, so we did that. Okay. So what's next? So what do we need to do? What do we need to? So it's it's hard just to sit back and take it all in. But there definitely was that aha moment that you said, okay, we got this. We did this.
Wow.
It was a couple months
And
ago.
what does your dad think about this?
My dad?
Yeah.
He's super ecstatic. He's 82 years old, going to be here February, I believe. He's born in 1935. And he's really proud. He just says, you took all the chances and the leaps. When we bought this property, he said, you're absolutely insane paying, that much money, which now we look back and he's like, hell, I would have bought as much as I could have.
Yeah. Well, it's you believed in your dream. You guys are kind of creating you're living your dream, and I applaud you for that. And you're going to inspire other people to do the same. Just because you have done it, your example is going to just kind of carry forward, and I think it's going to be amazing to see what you inspire in other people, and also in your family, your children, and in your patrons. And I look forward to coming back and seeing what's
Absolutely.
next
Yeah.
and being a part
Absolutely.
of this journey with you. This has been an amazing day here at Peltzer Winery, where I have got to sample not only the awesome wine, but I got to meet the family, the owners themselves. If you're ever in the Temecula, California area, stop by Peltzer Winery. I'm Melissa Hull, and this has been The Ripple Effect.